Hi, today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. This article is from the Guardian.com, the famous, uh, I think, British magazine, quite renowned, popular. And today's title that I'm going to read is Trump says China tariffs will drop substantially, but it won't be zero. The U.S. president says tariffs on imported goods will come down from 145% rate, but insists we are doing fine with China. Donald Trump said during a White House news conference that high tariffs on goods from China will come down substantially, but it won't be zero. Trump's remarks were in response to earlier comments on Tuesday by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who said that high tariffs were unsustainable and that he expects a de-escalation in the trade war between the world's two largest economies. Trump placed import taxes over 145% on China, which has countered with 125% tariffs on U.S. goods. Trump has placed tariffs on several dozen countries, causing the stock market to stumble and interest rates to increase on U.S. debt as investors worry about slower economic growth and higher inflationary pressures. Details of Bessent's remarks were confirmed by two people familiar with the remarks who insisted on anonymity to discuss them. Right, that's good expression right there. Who insisted on anonymity to discuss them. I do say China is going to be a slog in terms of the negotiations, Bessent said, according to a transcript obtained by the Associated Press. Neither side thinks the status quo is sustainable. Slog. The S&P 500 stock index rose 2.5% after Bloomberg News initially reported Bessent's remarks. Trump acknowledged the increase in the stock market in comments to reporters after the commercial swearing in of Paul Atkins as the Securities and Exchange Commission chair on Tuesday. However, Trump avoided confirming if he too thought the situation with China was unsustainable, as Bessent had said behind closed doors. We are doing fine with China, Trump said. Despite his high tariffs, Trump said he would be very nice to China and not play hardball with Chinese President Xi Jinping. We are going to live together very happily and ideally work together, Trump said. The U.S. president said that the final tariff rate with China would come down substantially from the current 145%. It won't be that high. Not going to be that high, Trump said. The Trump administration has met for talks with counterparts from Japan, India, South Korea, the European Union, Canada, and Mexico, among other nations. But Trump has shown no public indications that he plans to pull back his baseline 10% tariff, even as he has insisted he's looking for other nations to cut their own import taxes and remove any non-tariff barriers that the administration says have hindered exports from the U.S. China on Monday warned other countries against making trade deals with the United States that could negatively impact China. China firmly opposes any party reaching a deal at the expense of China's interests. China's Commerce Ministry said in a statement. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said the Trump administration has received 18 proposals from other countries for trade deals with the U.S., adding everyone involved wants to see a trade deal happen. The uncertainty of tariffs in the financial markets has also been amplified by Trump calling on the Federal Reserve to cut its benchmark interest rate, with the president saying he would fire Fed Chair Jerome Powell if he wanted to do so. Trump later said he wanted Powell to be early in lowering the rates and that he has no intention of firing the Fed chair, despite previously suggesting that he would. We know. Seeing these messages is annoying. We know that. Imagine what it's like writing them. But it's also extremely important. One of The Guardian's greatest assets is its reader-funded model. 1. Reader funding means we can cover what you like. 2. Reader funding means we don't have to chase clicks and traffic. 3. Reader funding means we can keep our website open. At the moment, The Guardian's work is funded by just 2.5% of our regular readers. So Trump seems to have bent to Chinese pressure, right? And also the economy is tanking in the U.S. So he said tariffs on Chinese products will come down significantly. And his secretary is percent. Well, I feel groggy and sleepy, but let's see what I try to remember by going back to the captured photos. Who insisted on anonymity to discuss them? Slug, right? Slug is the animal, right? Slug. Oh, I thought sloth. Okay. Slug is different. Slug can refer to working hard and steadily, especially when it's difficult to or tiring, or if moving slowly with difficulty, often through mud and water. Slug. Well, as I say, thanks for listening. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye.